Okay, Mr. Watson here, and in this video we're going to look at the mental preparation for sport performance. So we're looking at making a commitment, and in particular goal setting, which helps this. So effective goal setting. Now, a lot of people will tell you to set goals because it's an important strategy that's adopted by teachers, coaches, performers, as goal setting is linked to increasing performance. They increase a performer's motivation, their confidence, their persistence at a task. So this is why it's important to set goals, and many people advise to do this. It's important to just expand a little bit further. How can it affect our performance? So you let people know the benefits of setting goals, and they're more likely to do them. So directing attention. This allows you to focus on the goal and focus on the task in hand, what needs to be done to improve performance. So that's what goal setting can do firstly. Improving task behavior. If you can regulate the amount of effort that you put into a task, it's going to ensure that no effort's wasted on things that aren't needed or unnecessary things. So no wasted effort. So goal setting improves task behavior. You know where you need to get to. You can split it into steps and stages. Target-driven improvement. So ensuring that we sustain this effort until the goal is reached. We have a clear goal, okay, and it motivates us to not give up until we get to that goal in our mind. So it ensures that this effort is sustained through a clear target-driven goal and motivates us not to give up because we know when we're going to have reached it. And then finally, it can motivate people to develop a variety of strategies or a variety of tactics, okay? And it's obviously the more strategies and tactics you have, the increased chance of success. Obviously, sometimes applying a successful tactic will lead to winning the tournament, etc. Okay, so make the difference between winning and losing. And all of these, this is what goal setting can do. And the reason we do this, as it will generally increase a performer's self-confidence, it'll reduce anxiety, and as a result, enhance performance. Okay, you are in control of what you're doing. You're going to your practice knowing exactly what you want to achieve in that practice. You know what you want to achieve in the season. You're going to track it, and knowing clearly what you want to do, it's going to reduce anxiety. You're not worried about not knowing what to do, whether you're playing well. You're going to measure your performance. So this is effective goal setting and why it's an important strategy. We're now going to look at the types of goals, okay? So different types of goals will affect performers in different ways, okay? So we've got three types of goals. We've got process goals. These are focused on a performer's technique or tactics. In other words, what a performer needs to do to increase their success, but they're very more in the shorter term, okay? Then moving up, they've got performance goals. These are judged against a standard or a criteria. So if I was running 100 meters, trying to beat my own PB, my own time from the last time I sprinted, okay? These performance goals may affect product goals, which are also known as outcome goals. These are the end result, okay? So what you're wanting to win, it just that end goal, winning a tournament, etc. So we're just going to look at some examples of these goals. So in golf, a process goal might be improving eye contact with the ball during a golf swing. So we're looking at something very specific that can be done immediately in a training position. You want to improve your eye contact during the swing. You've been taking your eye off the ball, something you need to improve. Okay? This eye contact might feed into a performance goal. You want to improve your drive percentage of shots to the green from 30% to 45%. Now, this could just be in your next round of golf. It could be over 10 rounds of golf. So it can be short term, not as short as the process, but it can also be intermediate, okay? But it's always focusing on that previous standard. My previous standard was 30%. It's self-driven improvement. I want to increase to 45%. You're focusing on yourself, okay? And then finally, an outcome, a product goal, win the golf championship. Okay? So, like I've said, these goals process are short term, improving that eye contact. Intermediate, improving that percentage to the green. And your long term goal would be winning the championship. So it's clear here, for goal setting to be effective, there must be a general breakdown of these overall goals. So breaking down that product goal. So we break it down. So in order to win a golf championship, I want to improve my drive percentage of shots to the green. And in the process, I need to improve my eye contact. This could be, for example, in a team sport such as basketball. The LA Lakers want to win the league, but in order to do that, they need to increase their performances away from home. Okay, they need to win more games away from home, and for that to be achieved, they need to be improving defensively. That process, that defensive tactic. Okay, so you see, breaking these goals down, it's more motivating to split them because you can achieve success, which motivates you more. It makes it more manageable, and it controls that anxiety. Rather than spending the whole season worrying about whether you're going to win the league, you actually live in the now. You enjoy the game that you're playing. You see too many players these days, oh yeah, it was 3 points on to the next one. Well, how about just enjoy the now? Okay, enjoy that process of improvement, and then eventually you'll get your outcome, your product goal. Okay? So, like I said, we aiming for these short-term goals. These are known to be less stress-inducing, just like performance are, and it'll give you more control of what you're trying to achieve and reduce that anxiety. Now, these goals at the bottom there's actually a principle to make them even more effective. Okay, so we're going to look at the SMARTER principle. So this is a popular view to make goal setting more effective. Okay? And you should be aware of this from IGCSE. So we've got specific. So goals must be clear. They must be specific. That target-driven improvement, you know what you want to achieve. They should be measurable. Now this is objective, data-driven in bold there, so they can be measured. So I want to improve my 30% shot success on driving to the greens to 45. I'm using data. I want to improve my free throw percentage to 80%. Okay. I want to improve the speed of my tennis serve, for example. So it's data driven. Okay. You're using statistics to help you so that you can measure if you've achieved your goal. Agreed. So this is where you discuss with the coach to make sure your goal is challenging but also achievable. You're sharing the decision making. So you're almost looking for that approval from your coach, but the goal should be created from within you. So sometimes goals that are purely external, given to you by the coach, they don't always work. If it's a shared agreement, okay, the performer goes to the coach, I have this goal, and the performer and the coach is like, okay, let's just change that part to make it a little bit more challenging because I still think you can achieve it. That's sharing the decision making, very important in setting goals, because the participant, the performer, you'll have that sense of ownership and you're more likely to be motivated to achieve it because it's your personal goal. Okay? Realistic. A goal that is too difficult will demotivate the performer. So make sure these skills and everything you're trying to achieve, that they are achievable, they are realistic, because once you start achieving them, you'll gain in confidence. And it's about setting the correct amount of challenge. Time phased, so giving a time limit or a deadline of when you want to achieve this. So I want to achieve this goal in 8 weeks. But like we've just seen on the type, breaking down to short term, in a week I want to have done this. Intermediate, 4 term, and then the long term. So it helps breaking down goals to short term, as it gives you that more control. It gives you more opportunity for success each week, and it will help achieve that product goal. So giving yourself a time limit or a deadline on the goal. Your goals should be exciting. They should play on your emotions. They should excite you. This is going to prevent you from getting bored if you are emotionally invested in the goal. So you really want to do it. It should excite you. And finally, simple one, recorded. Write the goal down. If you write it down in your diary, you can monitor it, you can check your progress, and you'll tick it off when you complete your goal. Something simple as that, writing a goal down. It improves accountability. Sometimes when it's in writing, you've got to go out there and achieve it. And then there's something about, like a to-do list. When you tick it off, something satisfying about that. So recording the goal down, writing the goal down, recording it certainly helps make goals more effective. So this is the SMARTER principle, and built in with them type of goals, because you can have a smarter short-term goal, you can have a smarter intermediate-term goal, and a smarter long-term goal. Now, you might not always get the S, the M, the A, the R, but the more you have of these, the more effective your goal is going to be, the more likely you are in achieving the goal. Okay, so let's just have a final example and summarize. So if I was to take the process goal, improving eye contact with the ball during a golf swing, I'm going to go ahead and change a little bit, perform the same routine before I take my shot, that little mental rehearsal, but I'm going to get my coach to video it, and I'm going to make sure I perform that over 10 rounds. I've given measurements, it's data driven, I can see it on the video. I'm looking to do it over 10 rounds, make myself be accountable, okay? Performance, so I had improved drive percentage of shots to greens, 30% to 45. Over 2 months, give that time phase, improve from driving 30% of shots to the green to at least 50%. The coach has agreed. I've seen confirmation. He said it's realistic, it's achievable, it's data-driven, and it's very specific. It's my driving percentage. It excites me because I love having a good drive, and I've written that down in my diary. And then that product goal, win the golf championship. That was obviously exciting. To win a championship by the end of 21, my coach thinks that's more realistic. Give myself time to achieve it. Okay, make it a bit more achievable. And it is still specific. I want to win a tournament. I want to win a championship. Okay, so that's just how we can add to them previous goals, okay? And just remember, long-term goals should be preceded by short-term, as they'll help with your motivation. Effective goal setting can control arousal by encouraging arousal, but we don't want that inverted U theory, but not creating too much, and controls anxiety, reduces anxiety. We know our path. Everyone who knows about the goal agrees in it. I believe I can do it. My coach does. It excites me, and it's very realistic, okay? So, SMARTER goals. Okay, so you've got that information in your book. I'm sure you can think of lots of examples, okay? But in a nutshell, this is how we're looking to set goals to make performance more effective, drive attention, okay? Direct it, regulate effort, no wasted effort, okay? Goals that are motivated, goals that are clear so you don't give up, you know where you're going. And then variety of strategies. Making lots of short-term goals gives you lots of different strategies. Okay, so these SMARTER goals can certainly help. Okay, that's goal setting. Thank you.